When I remarried David, I knew I wasn't just gaining a husband, I was stepping into a new chapter that included his grown son Liam. At first, it was a bit overwhelming. Liam was already in his 20s, confident, respectful, and kind. There was something calm and grounding about him, very different from David's strict, distant demeanor. Moving into their home was challenging. It was full of memories I hadn't been part of. David, always traveling for work, was rarely around. Often, I was left to figure things out on my own in a house that didn't quite feel like mine. But Liam was different. He made an effort, small gestures, coffee in the mornings, helping carry groceries, or simply checking in slowly, began to ease the distance. We had long conversations, especially on quiet nights when the rain tapped gently on the windows and the silence felt too loud. Liam listened in a way that made me feel seen, not judged, just heard. One evening, I confided in him about how difficult it was trying to fit into someone else's life, someone else's family. "You don't have to pretend with me," he said. Those words stuck with me. He was understanding and always knew how to make me feel like I belonged, even when I didn't feel that way myself. Over time, our bond deepened. Not romantic, but complicated. I started noticing how much I looked forward to seeing him, how easily he could make me smile. And that frightened me. It was an emotional connection I didn't anticipate, and one that blurred lines I never intended to cross. The tension between us grew, mostly unspoken. I often reminded myself, we were both vulnerable, both trying to find our place in a house shaped by someone else's past. But the more time we spent together, the more complicated things became, especially after David returned home more frequently. I kept my distance, not wanting to misread emotions or lead anyone on. Liam tried to do the same. There were conversations we avoided, looks we didn't hold for too long, silences we didn't dare break. Then one night, when it was just the two of us at home again, Liam said quietly, "I don't know how to act around you anymore." It hurt to hear that. He wasn't being inappropriate, he was being honest. We were both caught in something neither of us planned for, emotionally entangled in a connection that wasn't appropriate or fair to anyone involved. I told him we needed to be careful, and he agreed. "I just want to understand what this is," he said. And the truth was, so did I, but I also knew we couldn't act on emotions that crossed lines of trust and responsibility. He promised to respect boundaries, and I knew it wasn't easy for either of us. That night, we both stepped back. Not because our feelings disappeared, but because it was the right thing to do. From then on, things were different. We both worked to rebuild the emotional distance we needed, not out of coldness, but out of care. Because sometimes, the most difficult thing is not expressing what you feel, but choosing what's right, especially when people you love are involved.